What I'm about to tell you might shock you. It might even make you uncomfortable. But if you're over 65 and living with diabetes, this message could literally protect your life. The truth is, many older adults are being pushed toward blood sugar numbers that are actually dangerous for their age, not because doctors don't care, not because they're uneducated, but because most medical guidelines still treat diabetes the same way for everyone, whether you're 35 or 85. And that mistake is costing seniors their independence, their safety, and in some cases, their lives. Before we go any further, take a second and make sure you're subscribed to Healthy Aging. We share evidence based, real world health guidance designed specifically for adults over 60. This is the kind of information most people don't hear in a 10-minute doctor visit, and it can make a huge difference in how safely you age. Now let's talk honestly. Many doctors aim for the same fasting blood sugar and A1C targets in a 75-year-old as they do in a healthy 30-year-old. On paper, that looks responsible. Lower numbers, better control, fewer complications. But real life tells a very different story. Newer research shows that in older adults, pushing blood sugar too low often causes far more harm than allowing it to run slightly higher. Low blood sugar in seniors isn't just uncomfortable. It increases falls. It causes confusion. It leads to emergency room visits. It contributes to cognitive decline. And tragically, it increases the risk of death. Yet many older adults are praised for perfect numbers while silently suffering the consequences. Let me tell you about a man I'll call Robert. He was 78 years old, living with type 2 diabetes for over a decade. His doctor was proud of how well controlled his diabetes was. Fasting blood sugar under 100, A1C around 6.4. On paper, it looked flawless. He was taking metformin, sulfonylurea, and bedtime insulin. His doctor told him again and again, "These numbers are excellent. Keep it up." But Robert didn't feel excellent. He felt exhausted. He woke up confused at night. His hands shook. He broke out in cold sweats. His wife learned to recognize the signs. She'd check his blood sugar and see numbers in the 50s, sometimes lower. She'd rush to get juice, sit with him, wait for his mind to clear. At first it happened once or twice a month, then once a week, then several times a week. Robert told his doctor the response was always the same. "Your A1C is perfect. Just keep snacks nearby. Don't let the numbers slip." So Robert tried harder. He ate before bed. He carried glucose tablets everywhere. He lived in constant fear of going low, but he trusted his doctor. Then one afternoon, while driving to the store, it happened. The shaking, the confusion. He couldn't focus. He blacked out. His blood sugar in the ER was 47. He survived, but he didn't walk away unharmed. Broken bones, a concussion, and the terrifying realization that his perfect control had nearly killed him. An endocrinologist later explained the truth. For someone his age, an A1C in the low sixes wasn't impressive. It was dangerous. His targets were wrong for his stage of life. This is where many people get confused. We've been told for decades that lower blood sugar is always better, and for younger adults, that's often true. Tight control helps prevent complications that take decades to develop. But older adults don't benefit the same way. The risks are immediate, while the benefits may never be realized. One major clinical trial actually found that aggressive blood sugar lowering in older adults with heart disease led to higher death rates. The study was stopped early because people were dying. That's not a warning sign. That's a flashing red light. Yet many doctors still chase low A1C numbers without asking how those numbers are being achieved. An A1C is an average. It can hide dangerous swings. You can have a great A1C while experiencing repeated episodes of hypoglycemia that put your brain, your balance, and your life at risk. In older adults, safety matters more than perfection. Feeling stable matters more than looking good on a lab report. Numbers are supposed to serve you, not punish you. There are several deeply ingrained beliefs that cause this problem. One is the idea that preventing long-term complications should always be the top priority. That makes sense when you're 40. It doesn't always make sense when you're 80. Preventing a fall today is often more important than preventing a complication that might occur 15 years from now. Another belief is that the same medications and doses work equally well at every age. They don't. Aging kidneys clear medications more slowly. Drugs that were safe at 45 can become dangerous at 75. Insulin and sulfonylureas don't care if your blood sugar is already low. They keep pushing it down. And perhaps the most harmful belief of all is that lab numbers matter more than how the patient feels. If you feel weak, dizzy, confused, or afraid because of your blood sugar, something is wrong, even if the numbers look good. If you're watching this and thinking, this sounds like me, I want you to pause and leave a comment. Just write, I'm listening. Engagement helps this message reach more people who need it, and I read every comment. In the next part, I'm going to show you the clear warning signs that your blood sugar targets may be too strict, and I'll explain what research-based targets actually look like for older adults, depending on age and health. This information can change how you talk to your doctor and how safely you live with diabetes. Let's talk about the warning signs, because many seniors are being harmed without realizing what's happening. The most obvious sign is frequent low blood sugar. If your glucose drops below 70 more than once or twice a month, that's not acceptable at your age. If it drops below 55 even once, that's a serious red flag. Hypoglycemia is not something to manage with snacks. It's something to prevent. Another warning sign is unexplained falls. Low blood sugar affects balance, reaction time, and judgment. Many falls blamed on aging are actually caused by undetected hypoglycemia. Confusion and memory problems are another sign. Repeated low blood sugar episodes starve the brain. Over time, this can worsen cognitive function. If you're constantly eating to prevent lows, snacking every couple of hours, or before bed just to stay safe, your treatment is too aggressive. If your numbers look good, but you feel awful, exhausted, shaky, or unwell, those are not good numbers. And if your spouse or family members have to monitor you because of low blood sugar, your independence is already being compromised. Now, here's what most people really want to know. What should blood sugar targets actually be for older adults? The answer depends on health status, not just age. A healthy, active adult in their late 60s or early 70s may tolerate slightly tighter control. Someone older, or with heart disease, kidney disease, or cognitive issues, needs more relaxed goals. For generally healthy adults over 65, fasting blood sugar around 90 to 130 and an A1C between 7.0 and 7.5 is usually appropriate. For adults in their mid-70s to mid-80s with other medical conditions, fasting targets of 100 to 140 and an A1C around 7.5 to 8.0 are often safer. For very frail adults or those over 85, comfort and safety come first. A1C targets may go as high as 8.5 or even 9.0 to avoid dangerous lows. These are not opinions. These are recommendations supported by major diabetes and geriatric organizations. Higher doesn't mean careless. It means appropriate. But knowing the numbers isn't enough. You need to know how to talk to your doctor. Bring printed guidelines, document your symptoms, focus the conversation on safety, not confrontation. Ask for a trial period with adjusted targets. And if your doctor refuses to consider your age and symptoms, it's okay to seek a second opinion. An endocrinologist or geriatric specialist can make a life-changing difference. I want to share one more quick story. A woman in her early 80s had been living in fear for years because of frequent lows. After her targets were adjusted and high-risk medications reduced, her hypoglycemia stopped completely. Her A1C went up slightly. Her quality of life improved dramatically. She got her confidence back. She got her freedom back. That's the goal, not perfect numbers. A safe, independent, fulfilling life. If this video helped you understand something new, please like it and share it with someone you care about. Many seniors are suffering silently because they think this is just how diabetes is supposed to feel. It's not. Subscribe to Healthy Aging for more clear, compassionate guidance designed for this stage of life. And leave a comment with your age and A1C if you feel comfortable. Your experience might help someone else realize they're not alone. You deserve care that fits your life, not just your lab results. And perhaps the most harmful belief of all is that lab numbers matter more than how the patient feels. If you feel weak, dizzy, confused, or afraid because of your blood sugar, something is wrong, even if the numbers look good. If you're watching this and thinking, this sounds like me, I want you to pause and leave a comment. Just write, I'm listening. Engagement helps this message reach more people who need it, and I read every comment. In the next part, I'm going to show you the clear warning signs that your blood sugar targets may be too strict, and I'll explain what research-based targets actually look like for older adults, depending on age and health. This information can change how you talk to your doctor and how safely you live with diabetes.